All right, so we have to jump into this episode. I had to just quickly get to episode 7, episode 8. The way it ended last episode was just too much. It's too much of a cliffhanger. I have so much on my mind. I have these different thoughts of like, what did Malva poison Claire with and Tom with? And I was thinking with the elk, the elk that died in the water. I'm wondering if she used something like with this the sin eater. The sin eater was dead. Maybe she took something from him and put it in water and put it in their drinks. I wonder if she, because it is her, how she did it, I don't know. Oh my God, I'm so scared for everybody. I'm so scared. Like Claire and Jaime were the kind of the king and queen of the Ridge, and now there's gonna be a coup. That's what it seems like. Especially after this, because you cannot explain this away. Claire automatically went into her instincts, which was to save the baby, and that is not going to look right. This is just not going to look right. None of it's going to look right. I'm just so curious who did kill her. I'm thinking it must be one of the men who slept with her, and he doesn't want to be found out, and maybe it's also to hurt Claire, and people would think it was Claire because she's the only one with a motive, and it happened on their farm, so it kind of was like kill two birds with one stone. But I don't know who it could be. All I know is this is wild, and I'm terrified because I thought it couldn't get any worse, and it did. So here we are, episode 7. Sticks and stones. And I'm going to count down. Okay.
Seduced me.
Oh no, this is bad.
I lost my innocence.
Bad news.
He was supposed to be kind to me.
Oh my God, what a performance.
My baby will be a bastard in your eyes. But I hope you can see it in your hearts to treat us kindly.
Wow. Crazy, the manipulation. There's just nothing that they can do about this. Claire and Jaime, I don't think they can't save face. And even like the rumors had made their way all the way to wherever, I don't know if they were in Philadelphia, but it made their way pretty damn far. So it stopped him from getting some sort of, to becoming like a delegate or whatever. Rumors are really bad, man, and everything they worked so hard for. They worked so hard to get to this place, and just one person can break everything you worked for down. That's something you should take to heart, guys. Be very careful. Be very careful who you invite into your inner circle, because not everyone needs to be there. I don't even think they can explain this.
Must have seen something or someone.
I was busy in the surgery. You may have knocked, but...
You didn't answer the door. Why did you go outside then? With a knife?
It's a pruning knife, for God's sake. I was going to the garden. It would have been quick.
No time to pray for forgiveness then.
Oh.
Leave them out in the woods.
I will not.
Can't bury a whore and an illegitimate child beside God-fearing men and women. She was your daughter. He was your bastard son. He is not. Demons rejoicing that a sinner has been buried in holy ground.
Wow.
My dead body.
That's wild.
What are we gonna stand up and say about her, eh?
Oh no.
Martha Christie. Life and light. That there was fire in her eyes. And when I held her tiny baby, I felt that same light in him.
But...
Be careful.
Aw, Claire.
Gather at the meeting house in a few days.
Claire's a sweet human. Good person. That is so much. That's so much for her to take on. Damn. Marcelly was here. I'm just so like, we need Marcelly. She's wanting to go to, yeah, I mean, that's what an addiction is, and now you've made that, her body's like, Claire, let's just go to sleep for a second. Let's just go to sleep. This is too much. Let's go to sleep. Remember, that's what we do when we're feeling overwhelmed. We go to sleep. Yeah, come on, get to a good place. Get to a good place. Oh, God.
Get yourself together. We don't want Jaime coming rushing in here to save you.
Blame you if there's none left.
I think I'll have one as well.
Did her guts. That's enough. The dead kind of speak for themselves.
This is how people project onto others. They're like, I would have killed her. This old woman's saying. That's what she's trying to imply. That's a tough thing to do as a human, not to project onto someone else.
See me like this.
In the fast, Manine. I'll speak with Hiram. Find out why he's come.
Will every man be swift to hear and slow to anger? Are we all to suffer on the ridge because you regret marrying a jealous English woman with a sharp tongue and even sharper knives?
Yeah, at that point, you can't even say, like, I didn't sleep with her. We didn't have sex. They already believe it. The seed has been planted. So now we gotta let it grow and grow and grow and grow and grow until I guess it dies. I don't know. Dude, this is very real of how PTSD works, like with the brain when you're having like just.
He just about has the measure you.
Claire is kind of tricking herself. She's like, did I do this? Maybe I did do it. These are all her own inner thoughts, though. It's what's interesting that it's coming out of Lionel's voice.
You know, you hit me a few months ago. Gave me a black eye because of Malva.
You understand how upset you must be. My condolences, Mr. Henderson. It's a terrible time for everyone who knew Miss Christie.
I offer my deepest sympathies to her family.
Friends? Perhaps more?
Well, what are you suggesting?
Well, he saw you guys.
You think I had something to do with this? Is it true she cut the baby out of Malva's belly before she slit her throat? Or was it the other way around?
Roger! Good job, Roger.
Keep that in mind. Good day to you, Mr. Henderson.
I said good day.
You ought to start asking questions.
I think we know it wasn't the sin eater. Not a pretty sight when I found him. Poor man. He must have died all alone in his hut.
See, how does this all come back? Did Malva, like, write a journal, a diary or something?
We've had the means, motive, and the opportunity.
Me? Oh, Malva coming towards the house.
She has to be honest.
I took some ether and then
There we go.
had a lie
There we
down.
go. There we go. There we go.
Christ, Osnak, you put yourself to sleep.
Yeah.
I did do it.
Damn.
Mine's playing tricks on you.
Yep.
You didn't harm her. You're not capable.
Oh, that's scary.
She's with the child.
Who'd have borged her? Give me his name.
Beardsley.
Beardsley. Which of them was it?
She doesn't know which one's the
boy.
father.
The drama. Oh my God. Lizzie. Lizzie.
I'll have the two of them in. Find out the truth of it.
No.
One of the lads said that he might spoil his shirt.
Oh my
So
God.
I said perhaps better to take it off.
She just had an experience. They all did.
One thing led to
Yes, as that would happen.
both of them at once.
Damn! See?
Elizabeth Weems. I'm not sure it's possible to engage in sexual relations with two men without
Yeah.
wanting to.
Oh, you mustn't think that Joe or Casey could do
Well,
such a
they
thing.
both like her.
It was my choice.
Oh, good.
See?
Well, you get married to
The
both of
arms
them.
around me.
Who cares?
They're identical.
Oh, God.
If you take my money.
Claire's like, you know what? This is great. This is so good for Claire right now. And for us as the audience. We need a break.
Naked. Uh-huh. Yeah. You kept on helping. Aye, more than once with each of them since then.
Before we go outside to lay Marla's body in that for a baby
He's
boy.
really good at that. He really is a good minister. Oh gosh.
You put that down.
No, Claire, don't. Just go.
They're dead.
No.
Because of you. Your perfect, happy little lives as if nothing's happened.
But I guess that's what public opinion is. They really think. They really see things from the outside. No one thinks that Claire and Jaime, they look so perfect, but it's not that. They still have to go through stress and pain and trauma and depression and anxiety, and it follows everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, how much money you make, where you were born, if you're a man or a woman. Pain comes to all of us, so it's like so frustrating to see this.
Short straw.
Oh my
Let's
god.
go.
Mr. Fraser, sir.
Go on.
Oh my god. Aw, this is so serious though. Like during this time period.
You'll take Elizabeth Weems to be your wife.
I do.
And do you, you wee bosom. Except Keziah Beardsley. You are Keziah. You'll take him to be your husband.
I will.
Your hand fast. When we find a priest, it'll be properly blessed. Until then, you'll speak to no one of this. No one must know, you understand me? But you leave tomorrow and don't come back until the child is born.
No, that's not right. Nobody has to know.
The same thrill as I do when I teach, only I feel it stirring something in my soul.
And you're so good at it. I get it.
But at least find out what it would take to be ordained.
Roger, you were raised by a minister. We both know what it's like to have parents constantly on duty, called away at all hours.
Yeah.
Mama would leave at the drop of a hat when her patients needed her, and we really suffered because of it.
I was called to be your husband and a father first. Whatever I do will not be at the price of my family.
You really want this, don't you?
Just think how amazing it would be if I could baptize our child myself.
Yeah, I don't blame Lizzie for being pissed. That's so crazy.
I knocked at the door, but it was locked.
So she
Knocked at the door.
Banged and banged.
You were sure it was that one?
Aye.
the hell? So
Did I
what
do
if
something wrong, mistress?
that helps her, but
Tell me.
that'd be crazy if Malva killed herself.
No, but I didn't do it.
That doesn't change a damn thing. You think you can get rid of me?
In my life, I don't recognize myself. What if I would have had, for us, they hear voices? Lionel Brown, and I see him. Anything that drowns him out is taking ether. And now it's like the floodgates just open, and it's Martha, it's all of it. It's my fault. Since I first came to this time. And it's all because of my selfishness. I desperately wanted to be with you.
I hadn't gone to France, found Fergus, he would have Marsley. So although there is pain, your selfishness is not so much to so many.
What if I can't make this boy stop? Not without the ether.
Oh no, she finally admitted it.
What if there's no magic words that are going to make it right?
Let me join you. Can I do it when you put yourself to sleep? You'd be accused of the same crime. I don't care what the right or wrong of it may be, so long as you are here with me. If it's a sin that you chose me, then I will go to the devil himself. Bless him for tempting you to it.
To do it all again. And more.
who?
It's me and Joel.
She's
If you'd be so kind.
she's
Cassie's
marrying
gonna
both of them. So she's getting married to both of them.
Please. We want to do right by each other. My britches on. I'm not conducting my first wedding bare arse.
Clever girl.
Hey, Jimmy.
But if she's handfast with Kevin too, I suppose it isn't exactly valid as such.
Sounds like a stampede.
Must have come for your wife.
What?
You've come to arrest
No.
her for the murder of Malva Christie.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, here we go. That stupid ending. It pisses me off. Shut up, Brown. Mr. Brown, whatever your name is. We needed that Lizzie, Keziah, Josiah thruple thing, because this was a very heavy episode. I feel bad, obviously, for the Christies. I mean, it's obviously it's unfortunate, even though Malva is like legitimately like horrible. It's still like she was murdered. Her baby was murdered. It's a horrible situation, and they've lost a daughter. They've lost a sister. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, of course I feel for them. And it's complicated because from their point of view and their perspective, it makes sense for it to have been Claire who did it. But no one knows for sure other than Claire and Jaime. Of course they know it wasn't her, but they don't know. And it was just so interesting. Like last episode I was talking about projection, and we saw that within this episode. Everyone was just 100% projecting, like, of course you would have done it because you were jealous, and you married a British woman and not like this Scottish lass or whatever he said. Things like that. It's just interesting. It's just how I think it's like a curse for it's a blessing and a curse, because sometimes projection can help and we could relate to one another when we project, because I think we all do have similar experiences in life. And then at the same time, there's some of us, and there's a lot of people who have negative experiences, so they project a more of a negative outlook of like, that this person is jealous, or this person is crazy, or this person would do something really horrible because some of those things happen to them. And what we forget is we're all in like different developmental stages. Even though we could be 52 or a 32-year-old, it doesn't mean that 32-year-old is like should be where they are developmentally, or a 52-year-old is, because trauma does definitely hold you back mentally. And that when you're being held back by trauma, you sometimes see the world as, if this happens to me, that means this happens to everybody. That's what I see. Like the negative with this is like not being able for other people to be like, this is my experience. And that doesn't mean that other people go through this or see this thing this way. It's interesting that is a thing. But yeah, this one got me really emotional. I really feel for Claire. I feel for her. I feel like this episode really helped me see that like this is a lot of people suffer, and I think we don't really talk about it a whole lot because we don't want to sound like I don't know, like there's this thing about just saving face and not like burdening people and not being a complaining, like, oh, here she goes again talking about the depression stuff, or like this is so dark, oh, here we go again, the mood's gonna go down, they're opening up their mouth. It's tough when you suffer and you're going through depression, because it doesn't just, so it's like this thing where you're like, I really, really relate to a lot of what Claire was going through. And I'll talk about it just like briefly, but there does come a point where you do think, like you'll have a conversation with a loved one, a family member, friend, romantic partner, and you're really like, you're going through the really tough time. Whatever it is, a panic attack, you're having anxiety, you're in a deep depression, you're having, it's as far as having psychosis, it's as far as hearing voices, it's as far as, it's going like the whole gambit, I guess. And you start talking to your family or friends, because I've been here where I'm like, yeah, I feel really scared. I'm really scared. I feel this, I feel that. I know it's not logical, but my brain is still going through the motions. And then they would say, oh, well, let's pray together, or like, I'll listen to you, or everything's okay, or whatever it is. And then a few days goes by and everything seems fine. All of a sudden, again, you're hit with the attack of, I just call it an attack. It's just an attack. And you're filled with dread, you're filled with fear, you're filled with, like, your heart's beating, you're kind of sweating a little bit, and you're back in that mode again where you thought you were like got out and you didn't. And then you're like, okay, well, where do I turn now? Do I keep talking to the family or my friend? Are they going to get tired of this? Because what happens when you're actually in a situation like Claire, when you're really hitting like a bad moment in your life, this does not go away in a day. It doesn't go away within a week. Maybe for some people, it just goes away. I don't know how this stuff works. And the best thing that I think I found was finding meditation. Is it Vipassana? That was the beginning for me. Because what that really taught me was to sit and to allow your breathing. And if you feel like a little itch on your nose or an itch here, don't scratch it. Just let it be there. It will go away. And you're just sort of, you're finally at peace. Well, trying to be at peace. And you feel like all the little buzzing and things going on in your body because you're not distracted by anything. And so it starts with that, and it's all on YouTube, but that really helped me, because when I would get the wave of fear and the wave of like being stuck, I started to practice, just notice it. It's here. It's okay. And then it passes on and moves on. And that might be 20 times in a day. That might be 50 times in a day, depending on what you go through. But it gets better. It really, it's like retraining your mind to really figure it out. And it's not easy. It's really hard, but I'm so thankful I found it, because I just don't know where I'd be at this point. Life is cruel sometimes, and you think when you're in the shit, that's when the people come out and be kind, and a lot of people leave. But there are the people that do stay, and that do want to support you and help you, and you find the healing within yourself. Maybe you have faith in God, and that helps too. Wherever you can find it, I'd say find it, as long as it's not hurting you or anybody else. And yeah, but God, if you've been through that and felt like you couldn't get yourself back up, because when you've gone through some sort of a mental injury or a physical injury, yeah, it was a learning experience. It really showed me something that I maybe would have never saw. And it's given me like a new perspective on the struggles of other people I would never have known. So to watch this episode today, at 33 years old, with all the experiences I've had up till now, I'm so thankful to watch something like this. This series has been, it's been so good. It's entertaining. It's amazing. It's beautiful. But on a lot of other levels, there's like healing involved for me. I don't feel so alone. I feel like, even though this is a series and it's not, obviously we know they're not real, but
it does feel like you grow a family with these characters, and they're here, and there are beautiful messages within the story. And yeah, so yeah, okay, that Lizzie and just Lizzie's in a throuple. There, I'll end it like that. I'm everything else in this episode spoke for itself. I just needed to talk about this because it's important. It's important. Mental health is important. And Claire just had that thing of, when is it going to end? I don't know when it's going to end. And she had a beautiful man say, hey man, we're in it together. We're here together. We're going to do this together. That's really wonderful. Appreciate you guys listening. If you stuck by and listened to this, thank you. And again, thank you guys for your support as always. It's a blessing to even have anybody be, I don't know. It's when I started this about almost 8 years ago now. I just did this for a hobby, as a hobby. It was just for fun. I love movies. I love TV shows. I grew up watching so many shows, and to be able to sit here and share my love of art and entertainment, in that, for that to have blossomed into what it became, and for me to be sitting here still with people who are willing to even put any money towards this at all, it's beautiful. I can't even imagine. I couldn't imagine it, that would be a thing. And so, yeah, you guys have kept us afloat, and me and my boys, you have kept us afloat. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys in the next episode. So thank you guys. Take care. Bye.